It's your boy Jamar back with another video. Back with another banger. Today I'm reviewing Sistas Season 10, Episode 9 entitled Visiting Hours. Now, this episode was actually not that bad. I could dig this one. It was pretty decent. It was pretty cool. It's like one of the stronger episodes of the season. Not the best, but it was pretty good. So let's get right into it. The episode starts off with Fatima at Luther's house, the guy who blew up Andy's car. And while there, he's like, "What are you doing here? What's your name?" And then some girl comes out. She tells the girl to leave. I guess it's some, prostitute or whatever that he was sleeping with. So then Fatima gets all the information she needs. I guess a doctor, which was Dr. Cruz, was the one who sent the bombing, which we knew. And he paid him $4,000. And Fatima's like, "I almost got killed over $4,000. So then she calls all her dudes up in there and she gives them a stack of money. And they do their big one with him. Most likely they even killed him. So that's what happened with that. So then Cheyenne's on a date with Hayden, and Andy and Dr. Vaughn walks in, and they just keep staring at they keep staring at each other. Andy staring at Cheyenne, and Cheyenne staring at Andy. So they just keep staring at each other, and finally Cheyenne, Hayden come there, and then Hayden's basically trying to warn Dr. Vaughn like, "Oh, don't be with Andy, because anybody that comes with Andy either ends up dead in jail or da 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 da." So then that's when Andy tells Andy tells Hayden that Cheyenne's actually her sister, and Hayden's gagging. He's like, "Oh, so you try to get your sister on me to get arrested?" She's like, "No, I actually warned my sister against you, but she's grown. She does what she wants." So then they leave, and this and that and the third. So then Zach's at the gym, and then he finally meets Madison. Now Madison comes up to Zach, saying that, "Oh yeah, you're the one who wanted to buy the gym. Well, Rich told me about you guys, and I want to have a conversation with you and Fatima." So then Zach takes her card and this and that and the third. So then Danny and Maurice are at the bar. They're talking, and Pam actually calls Maurice because the alarm's going off at the salon, and Maurice tells her, the password and this and that and the third. So then Tony is calling Danny to check on her, and then Maurice overhears, and Maurice asks Danny what's going on with that and this and that and the third. And she basically tells that she had an interaction with a stranger, but she doesn't tell him the full story. So then Zach ends up coming home to Fatima, and basically he asked her how it went with Andy, because she told him that, Andy, she was with Andy or whatever. So before that, Dr. Vaughn ends up dropping Andy off at the crib, and Cheyenne's in the corner being nosy or whatever. And then after Dr. Vaughn leaves, Agent Wasp comes, and he basically tells Andy that there's a contract on her and she needs to be careful. So then Andy freaks out, and she ends up calling Zach and Fatima after they get done having sex. And basically, Fatima tells her that, just be calm, it's cool, and this and that there. And mind you, Cheyenne's listening to everything. So then, Officer Green ends up banging on Danny's door, and her neighbors are being nosy and whatever, but then he ends up leaving. So then Danny comes by and tries to talk to Andy, and that's when she sees Cheyenne's there, and Cheyenne's saying she's looking for a job, and Danny offers her a job at, Rooster Riches, which is now called Fresh Start or whatever. So then, they exchange numbers or whatever. So then Danny ends up going home and Tony is there, and Officer Green is standing outside her apartment. So that's how this episode ended, and I'll see you guys next week for episode 10. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next week.